So, the Mans Ultimate is finally out of early release and we are into version 1.0 of the full game. Throughout this video we'll just be testing out the new menus, getting out on track in a few cars. We'll jump out in the Lamborghini, jump out in the Mercedes as well to see how that feels. Probably won't jump out in the Valkyrie as I don't have too much experience in the hypercars, but I will be getting on that at some point. I want to get back into LMP2s, hopefully moving up to hypercars again. But yeah, we'll see how all the new menus look. Let us know your opinions down in the comments as well. Be interested to see what you think of version 1.0. But loading into the game initially, you do have a new intro with a jazzy new song, which I probably won't play due to sort of copyright. Don't know all the rules around that at the moment, so just leave it muted. But if you guys have got the game, you can obviously sort of play that and have a look your side. Lasts about 50 seconds. But yeah, let's jump sort of into the menus, see how that looks, have a look at the race weekend, and go from there. So jumping into the new menus then, you'll see the initial menu still looks pretty much the same. Was updated in the last update anyway. But flicking over to the race weekend, you'll now see we've got option for 3 different seasons, where we've got 2025, 2024 and 2023. I think some of the new liveries up in the 2025 section there. But then we do also have the section for ELMS, the European Le Mans Series, which hopefully will be coming soon in a new update, so that's something to definitely look forward to. Have some new tracks, probably some new cars there as well. Looking over to the online section, I think this looks pretty much the same as before, to be fair. We've just got some new races with the new cars. I think there's one for the Mercedes and there's one for the Valkyrie as well. So we will be jumping out on Fiji at some point to test out the new tyre model. We'll do one sort of race in the Mercedes and we'll do one in the Lamborghini to see how that feels. So flicking back over into the race weekend, and what we can do is have a look at the new cars. So if we just pick Spa, then we can take a look at the Mercedes. Amazing, already got it selected. So we've got a couple of liveries, quite liking that yellow one, also liking the full silver. But we'd also have one with a bit of red trim as well. Then we should have for the 2025 the updated sort of BMW shape, so updated front lights, updated tail lights. Can't really see the tail lights obviously at this point here. And then I think we do also have the same for the Aston Martin as well. BMW looking good in yellow there. But yeah, let's flick over to the Aston Martin. Have a look at the new body for that. Got some nice liveries there as well. Quite liking the green one though. And then can't forget the hypercar, of course, Aston Martin Valkyrie. From the videos I've seen, this car sounds absolutely amazing. Probably won't be touching this car in this video just because I don't have too much experience in hypercars, so probably wouldn't really be able to do it justice. But yeah, I'm sure you guys can give that a test your side if you want to. But yeah, let's jump into an online race, maybe getting some practice. Probably starting off in the Mercedes, see how that feels with the new tyre model. And then after that we'll probably flick over to the Lamborghini, see how we get on with that. See how the new tyre model feels in the Lamborghini, as we do have quite a lot of time in that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy and see you out on track. Starting off in the Mercedes GT3 then, and as you can see it does look absolutely amazing in black. This is a free car for everyone who has the base game, as well as the Aston Martin Valkyrie. So give that a test if you like. I won't be testing the Aston Martin Valkyrie in this video, but I will be testing the Mercedes, and then I will be testing the Lamborghini just to sort of test out the new tyre update. So how is the Mercedes to drive? As you can see, they're having a little bit of a moment. I think that moment there sort of shows how the new tyre update has changed. Before, with the update, when you lost the back end of the car, it would just go. There was no sort of catching it. It was like a bit of a knife edge in terms of the grip dropping off. However, I do feel like with this new revision, it is a lot easier to catch the back end of the car. The back end of the Mercedes was sort of stepping out throughout this race, and I was able to catch it. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing. In terms of the Mercedes itself, I did find that it suffered with a little bit of understeer. A lot of understeer the more you sort of get on the throttle, so you do have to be quite patient coming out of the corners. As if as soon as you do start putting the gas on, the car does just run wide and understeer. Don't know if that's just a characteristic of the front engine cars. I sort of drive more of the Lamborghini, the Ferrari and the McLaren, more of the mid-engine cars, so I'm more used to that pointy front end. But if you're coming from like the BMW, the Lexus, those front engine cars, the Mercedes is definitely a good pick for you, and it does sound absolutely amazing as well. But yeah, I'll leave you guys just to listen to the sound for a minute or so, just to take that in and enjoy it. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the sound of the Mercedes. I personally think it sounds pretty good. I think as a new car, I mean, it's free for everyone to use, so why not go and give it a go yourself. Do think it's quite an accessible car though for any new players coming to the game. Anyone that does sort of like the Lexus or the BMW will definitely like this car. Sort of has an understeer front end, back end doesn't really tend to step out too much, which is sort of what you want as a new beginner. But yeah, let's think about jumping over to the Lamborghini, give that a go around this track as well, see how we fare, see how the new tyre update feels. Do sort of have more experience in that car, so it'll be a good test to see what the new tyre model is like. So see you over there. Right then, jumping over to the Lamborghini around Fiji as well. Just been around here in the Mercedes. We obviously know how the Lamborghini feels to drive. So I want to jump around here in the Lamborghini, get an idea of how the tyre model is. As you can see there, getting smashed into the wall by a McLaren. Wasn't really his fault, to be fair. Watching the replay back, Ferrari did come flying across the track and hit him, so did have to jump into the pits, get that repaired. But then we're back out on track, chasing some people down. As you can see, they're closing down on that Mercedes. But talking about the tyre physics, definitely think the update to the model has been a beneficial thing to the game. Cars are feeling a lot more stable, applying the throttle and coming out and applying the brake as well. Now, if you sort of apply the throttle and the back end steps out a little bit, you can sort of actually catch it. Whereas before you would just be spinning out. Again, if you carried a little bit too much speed into a corner, there was no sort of like trade-off. You would literally just spin off, like the edge of grip was just insane. Whereas now you can actually sort of control it. If you do start to slide a little bit, you're not going to go off the track. I might have said it before, but I do definitely feel that this update is definitely going to make the game more accessible to sort of like new players and sort of players that don't have infinite time to be able to spend on the game. So realistically, you can just sort of load up now and it is a little bit easier to be competitive. Even though we now have the Mercedes in the game, which does also sound absolutely amazing, I do still rate the sound of this Lamborghini. I'm sure you probably heard it before, but I'll leave you with it for a second. Turn the volume up just so you can appreciate the sound. So for anyone that wants to hear my opinion, do I think that you should get into Le Mans version 1.0. If you sort of already gone through all of the early access stuff, then 100%. Say if you was waiting for version 1.0 to come out before you started properly getting into it, 100% now would be the time. Would I recommend version 1.0 to sort of any new players? I would say yes. I wouldn't necessarily recommend to say and buy all of the DLC that comes with it. However, the base game itself comes with quite a few free cars. Mercedes, McLaren, of the GT3s, I think the BMW as well potentially. Actually no, I think the BMW is a paid one. But yeah, 100%. I think the tyre model has made the game definitely more accessible for people to play, especially for new players. And yeah, I would recommend it. I'd love to hear your guys' comments down below as well. What is your opinion on the new tyre update? Would you recommend new players to go and buy it themselves? Is now a good time to get into Le Mans Ultimate? Personally, I think it's an amazing sim. The main two I've played are ACC and I've played Le Mans Ultimate. This one's definitely my favourite. I haven't really played LWRacing before, so I can't comment on that, but I have been considering getting into it. However, with this new update and the chance of the ELMS and stuff coming out for this, the career mode, I might stick with Le Mans Ultimate, to be fair. But any thoughts down below, please let me know. If you have enjoyed this video at any point, have found it useful, please do consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Really helps me out, helps give me the motivation to keep on going. Hopefully see you guys in the next video. Enjoy.